The substitution that should have been a routine tactical switch instead detonated into a crisis that now threatens to overshadow Real Madrid's season. What began as a moment on the sideline turned into a watershed moment for a club that must decide whether talent or temperament will guide its next move. According to multiple inside reports, the incident came when Vinícius Jr. was withdrawn early in a league match and reacted angrily on the touchline. Not a private disagreement, but an episode visible to teammates, staff and supporters, and one that immediately set the rumour mill alight. Sources tell us the forward confronted the coach afterward to demand an explanation, a confrontation that has been described inside the club as the straw that pushed relations toward a breaking point. Behind the headlines lies a simple but dangerous combination: stalled contract negotiations, rising impatience from the player, and a board that is increasingly focused on protecting long-term sporting plans. Contract talks, say those close to the matter, have made almost no progress. Salary expectations on one side run up against a firm club policy on the other. And when a player feels negotiation room is shrinking, frustration can quickly feed into public tension. Real Madrid's directors reportedly prefer to avoid a rushed sale while the season is underway. Their thinking is to retain the player until next summer, when, if renewal refuses to materialise, they can plan a measured transfer with time to find a replacement. But that strategy depends on a stable dressing room and a player willing to stay. If Vinícius pushes for an immediate exit, the board could be forced into a difficult, expensive decision that upends the carefully built blueprint for the campaign. The coach-player relationship is the other critical variable. Xabi Alonso, whose management style and rotation choices have drawn both praise and criticism, is said to be caught in the middle. His decisions about playing time are based on sporting reasons, yet they ripple into personalities and public perception. When a high-profile winger visibly reacts to being benched, it raises questions that extend far beyond one selection. Do coaches have clear backing from the club? How are disagreements mediated? And what precedent does this set for squad discipline? The fallout also matters commercially and competitively. A mid-window scramble for a top attacker would come at a premium. Buyers know Madrid's hand would be pressured by time. At the same time, keeping a player who is unsettled risks morale and on-pitch cohesion. Teammates notice tension, dressing rooms talk, and even subtle fractures can affect performance in tight matches. Potential suitors, domestically and across Europe, will be watching the clock. If a sale is to happen before the window closes, intermediaries will need to move fast, and offers would need to meet both sporting ambitions and financial demands. But the more likely scenario, should talks completely stall, is a summer showdown. Either renewal with new terms, a forced move this window if both sides concede, or a structured sale next summer gives the club time to replace him without destabilising plans. For fans, the story feeds deeper anxieties. Is the club prioritising unity over keeping its brightest stars? Or is it letting wage politics steer sporting destiny? For the player, the decision has career implications beyond money, playing time, relationship with a coach, and the narrative of loyalty versus self-interest will follow him to any new destination. What to watch in the coming days is straightforward. Are there formal offers? Do the players' representatives signal a willingness to step back, or do they double down? Will the board publicly support the coach's choices, or will a confidential settlement be reached to calm the locker room? Each possible outcome carries consequences not only for Vinícius and Xabi Alonso, but for Real Madrid's title, ambitions and transfer calculus. At its core, this is a test of institutional stability. Can a club renowned for managing big egos navigate a high-pressure dispute without paying a steep price on or off the pitch? The answer will shape headline after headline, but for now the truth is in the tension, a spectacle born from a substitution that has forced Madrid to confront a simple, brutal question: keep a superstar and risk internal instability, or sell to protect a plan and possibly lose a player who still fuels the club's attacking threat. Either way, by the time the window finally closes, this episode will have left a mark on the season one way or the other, and the only certainty is that everyone connected to Real Madrid will be watching how the club chooses to resolve it.